And welcome back to the second game of the evening between Fayetteville High School and Bentonville, this time for the varsity boys, as we're going to try to get, the rosters situated here. And it's a lot to do here. All right, so Karen, I think we have some tape in the back. Maybe that makes it easier for us here. And that way we can just tape that in as the teleprompter broke down. So we are getting excited here. And let's see if we can get, I think I got Bentonville roster somewhere here, I think. Ooh, that's a fine font there. But great opportunity again as we are moving forward with the first 40 minutes of the game between BentonvilleWest and Fayetteville Bulldogs. What can we expect from this team with the new era, with Coach Brain Crenshaw, who had tremendous success in Silent Springs, and now he's going to try to come and implement some of that here for Fayetteville?
I know for a fact that boys have been very excited this year. Feel like they've gotten some really good training from Coach Crenshaw, who was the Coach of the Year last year for 5A West at Siloam Springs. And he had the girls and the boys program there, as Coach Toma had at Fayetteville for the past couple of years. I think Toma did a great job of setting the boys program up for success, and Coach Crenshaw was able to come in and by the looks of their game so far, he's doing a great job of capitalizing on the talent that we have here at Fayetteville High School. I know in some of their practices, they're including their weight training now and things like that are essential for a successful, in my opinion, essential for a successful soccer program. There was a corner on Fayetteville, and it looks like it's going to be. Oh, we still have possession of that, and out for a throw-in for Fayetteville.
And with the first a minute or so of the match, 0-0, we coming live from Harbor Play Field. And it's a beautiful evening with the weather being on side. And now an opportunity for Fayetteville. Goal! Goal! Goal, 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 goal!
I believe that goal was by Sully, if I'm not mistaken. It looked like everybody was high-fiving Sully. I just didn't see it live, so I apologize for that. But as he was coming off the field, it looked like everybody was high-fiving him.
I think we're going to have a spotter here on the press box to help us with the, we all can use a little help.
And goal this year is a freshman, Harrison Ennis. He's come out with some great talent. I think Fayetteville was lucky to have him as a new addition to the goalkeepers here at Fayetteville High School.
And our engineers are working here in the press box to make sure that we have everything that you need to have as far as technology to make sure that you can watch this game. And again, we thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for our camera guy, Mr. Jake Rhodes, who's doing a tremendous job. Had an opportunity at the end of the last game to go down on the field and talk with Coach Toma. Also talk with Georgia and also with Flanagan about the game and how they thought it was going to go today. And what Coach Thomas said, after this week of practice, we were kind of expecting have a good game, but the goals scored during the first minutes of the second half were crucial to set that momentum to have, walking away with a huge victory.
Absolutely, that was a great season opener for Fayetteville, and I've been around the program for almost, I guess, 5 years now. I don't think we've ever had a season opener that great, but normally we had Bentonville for the first game of the year, so it's nice to see the girls come out on top with a great win, and maybe it'll give them some momentum moving into the rest of the season.
For our viewers and for our parents, I know that Trey Marley doesn't want anybody to know what's going on, but he is the reason that we have this nice setup. We only providing the voice, but he's doing a lot of the tech work, making sure the cameras are on, making sure the scores. So I know that he says, Carlos, no. And I told him, hey, we got to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So thank you, Trey. I know that when you hear this broadcast, you're going to be like, I told Carlos not to say anything. But, I want to recognize the great effort and the great job that he's doing.
There's so many details that go into making this production happen, and even to have a game when you have a home game. There's a lot of details that go into play. When you're a visitor, you just get to go and enjoy all the other team's hard work. But this is wonderful for our soccer program here at Fayetteville High School to have it broadcast. Not only for our parents who may be traveling and they can watch the entire game, but you never know. Some college coaches might get a hold of some of these games and see some of our players.
Going back to the moment when the score happened, and that was Skyler Marley, who by the last name I believe is your son. So, it's one of the things that I always enjoy. And my son has asked me, Dad, when I play, if I ever play high school or college, are you gonna still call in those games? Because it will be cool if you're there when I score one game. And I cannot imagine the feeling of watching your son score a game. And I know, Trey, that you didn't want us to say anything, but you know what? Thank you so much for everything that you do. And, I think the reward, it's on the field. 1-0, scored by your son.
That's great, Carlos. Thank you. Great way to start the season. And Carlos is right. There's no better feeling than watching your kids play. And what a fabulous sport that they do get to play in soccer. And like I said in the last broadcast, it unifies everyone. It doesn't matter what language you speak, where you're from, or your socioeconomic level. You can all if you can kick a ball, you can get on the field and get a pickup game and enjoy playing with other people.
Ball for BentonvilleWest. That's number 6 on the jersey, and I believe that's Colby Shastiv on the play. And now BentonvilleWest trying to find a way to get back in the game. Number 2 has it. He's going to try to take a shot on goal, and he's black. That was Tom Schultz. Schultz, who it's a great player. Had the opportunity to watch him during the tryouts for the MPSL team, Ozark FC. And now the defense for Fayetteville High School. That was a number 2 on the jersey, Christian Ortiz, the senior. Are trying to close the gap right there. And you see coaches also taking an opportunity and the advantage of having that big benchmark right there where they can go from side to side.
And I liked how Carlos, you mentioned earlier about your son and his training and playing, and I love it's called the Chicas way of training, and it's nice to see kids that have parents that will train them not just in practice, but out of practice and on vacations. It looked like you had a nice vacation that he was running up and down the hill to keep in shape while he was out of town.
And the funny thing about that is that when we're on vacation, I'm big on trying to sleep in, but they get up every morning between 6:30 and 7 a.m. just to run up the hills in the mountains where we're staying. And my third day, I was like, I guess I better get up and go with you because Grandpa was running too. And they were like, if Grandpa is running that, you got to get up. And so they convinced me, but we enjoy it. And it's easy when the kids wants to do it. You don't have to force them. So, it's a blessing just to be able to do that. Bentonville on the play. Now to the defense, trying to connect with number 2, Schultz, in the middle of the field. He's going to force the play and bring it back to the defensive third. Coach Brent playing with a 4-5-2 for now. And now an opportunity. Nice move by number 24, I believe, or 25, I believe, for Fayetteville. I believe that's Sullivan. And he was going to go away, but the defense kind of blocked him. That's 32. Scarlett Myler. Very tall from here, it looks like.
Yeah, he looked like he was making a good move, but he got blocked by the defense. But we did get the foul on the play.
Glover with the big and long kick to the hands of the goalkeeper. And I'm not sure if the goalie, is he number 0 or number 1? 00. I believe that's Leighton Hall. Leighton Hall, the sophomore. I wonder why the senior is not playing. I have a personal opinion, but I better not say it. And now Skylar on the attack. Keeping it. Trying to connect in the middle with number 2. That was Christian Ortiz. And now the ball's coming back to number 26 for Fayetteville. Good job right there on the goal. The defense is putting pressure. And now it comes back to the middle of the field. It looks like Mike ran out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for Fayetteville High School. Looks like there might be a substitution coming in. Number 34, Shaq Glover for Fayetteville. Taking a break is number 8. That is Farah. And the parents getting excited. A lot of good feedback on the screaming on the goals, Karen.
It is nice to see a good crowd here tonight supporting our soccer program. I know it's not one of the most popular sports at Fayetteville High School, but it's been very successful over the years. So we would like to see that support increase. And I think with Coach Crenshaw added to our coaching staff that, maybe he can spark anything. Anytime you get someone new, they spark something a little different. So maybe we can put a little spark into our student body to come out and support our soccer program.
I already received a few texts from some of our friends at BentonvilleWest. So they asked me, can you come and see us here? So I'm kind of busy right now. First 11 minutes of the first half is 1-0. Fayetteville High School leading. And those goals at the beginning or early, they're called locker rooms goals. Because sometimes it's always good to have that score at the beginning and changes the whole momentum of the game, because either you wake the other team up and you better get ready for it. Goalkeeper. Is that 00 for us on the goalkeeper?
1. It's 1, the freshman.
Number 1, Harrison Ennis. Always good to have fresh legs on the field, and that put pressure on your seniors, because sometimes, we get in the habit of just taking it easy from time to time, and next thing you know, hey, and that's one of the things that go earlier. I mentioned the comment about Cristiano Ronaldo, who now plays for Juventus, left Real Madrid, but his working habit, always doing the extra things, and pushes the rest of the team to do that. And when you do that, everybody sinks in, and you got to do it. You cannot sleep.
That's right. At a college recruiting event that I attended, the coach said, our players are our commodities. All we're doing every day is trying to out-recruit you and find someone better to take your place. And, of course, as a coach, it's always nice when you get a freshman in that can take over and lead the team, especially in goal. But that is something that the college coaches say, is we are always trying to replace you with a better player. You have to perform every day as if it's your last game that you'll ever play in practice. You have to treat practices that way.
I like what I'm seeing so far on what Coach Brent is implementing. Counter attack, number 11, Collins Higgins on the go for BentonvilleWest. Pressure by Ortiz. Ortiz is going to close the gap. He's going to force him. And looks like he does a great job, and it's going to be a goal kick for Fayetteville. Good pressure right there on Ortiz.
That was excellent defense. Good speed and patience combined right there on the ball to not make a mistake and give him a corner or commit a foul. He was very patient but very intense on his defensive play.
Ball control in the attacking third by Champlin for West. And now he commits a foul on number 32, Scarlett Marley, protecting the ball very well. I believe Skyler plays for Arkansas Comets for the All-Fours. And, time goes fast, Karen. Time goes fast. I'm telling you. And now attacking. Looks like there is a handball. Referee says no. And the ball is going to come back to number 4 for Fayetteville. Number 2, Ortiz. Now the ball playing to a space trying to connect with Higgins. And now they don't want no complication. Number 36. Is it 36 or 35? Gibson. Huxley. Getting the early call right there. Didn't want any complication. Now West in the box. The defense is going to have to clear it. And they do. And the ball is going to come back to number 15, Dominic H. As Braden Dohit couldn't control the ball. It's going to be a throw-in for Fayetteville. Ortiz trying to connect with number 21 for Fayetteville, Braley Brennan. Ball goes to 36 again in the middle of the field. We don't have a 36 here on the roster. It's only the first game, so. And now, nice move in the box. They're going to hold it. Now they're going to turn. Fayetteville has it. Nice move. Can he shot to the near post? And he does it. And the defense is going to have to clear it. Great job by Skyler Marley right there of making the defense work even harder. Looks like Mr. Jake Rhodes going to need some gloves there to the first half. Corner kick. Number 5, Jonah Glover. Set piece. The ball's going to come to the far post, trying to get ahead on it. The goalkeeper is going to protect it. And now he's going to push the defense out. I'm not a fan of keepers punting the ball every time. And now the ball is going to come to our goalie, freshman Harrison Ennis. Eating some seconds on the clock. Now he's going to punt it. The ball is going to come in the middle of the field. Bentonville couldn't get it. And now Fayetteville putting pressure by Skyler Marley. Marley's going to get to it. It looks like there is going to be a throw-in as number 25, Sullivan Guidi. Substitution coming in for Fayetteville, number 22, Storm Skyme, and number 3, Parker Price taking a break is number 34 and number 39 for Fayetteville. Jose Carrero and Shea Glover. Fayetteville has it. Ortiz. Now the ball's going to be back on the wing. Nice play on the first touch by number 32. Midfielder freshman as well. Playing the ball quick enough to number 11, Higgins. Higgins trying to connect with Champlin. But the defense doing an excellent job so far. 17 minutes in the first half. This might be a close game and can go either way. Nice job by the defense. Clearing the ball. And now Price on the go on the left side. Checking in is number 15, Thomas Rohrbach. And now the ball comes back to the middle and recover. Now counter attack is a 4-4-4. Playing the ball deep on the wing. Fayetteville once more. The defense is going to protect the ball. Late foul. See the referee calls it. It's going to be a throw-in. So far, great speed for Fayetteville so far.
It's so much faster than the girls' game. It's a little harder for me to keep up. The ball movement by Fayetteville is just phenomenal at this point. They're doing a great job. I haven't seen them move it this well in a while.
Now on their attack, Higgins on the go, but the goalkeeper is going to come up. Harrison Ennis. And you got to be careful on the counter attack because sometimes, you're right on the speed. It's both teams have a lot of speed, and counter attacking, you got to be ready. And this is where the fitness plays a big role, because the team who can last the 80 minutes going at this speed is going to have an opportunity and a strength to make the opponent even tired.
Yes, and number 11, Colin Higgins on BentonvilleWest is very impressive on the ball, and it looks like he has a lot of speed. So he's going to continue, it looks like, to put pressure on our defense. So I'm hoping that our defense can stay with him tonight and keep that a 0 up there on the scoreboard.
And now ball deep into a space, and it's a one-on-one at the goal, and that's a goal for Bentonville. And lots of TV. Number 11 scores for
BentonvilleWest.
Colin Higgins gets the one-on-one, and we were talking about the speed and the counter attack just a few seconds ago, and it happened.
Yes, he's an impressive player up top. They have maybe I won't talk about that anymore, so that won't jinx us again. But that was a quick counter, and we weren't necessarily prepared for that one.
And it's so crucial when you play in the midfield, because you have to know the strength of your teammates and the way that they connected. In this case, Champlin, connecting and serving the ball right in front of him, because again, you got to know the strengths and the weaknesses. And now Fayetteville attacking. The ball looks like it's going to be out. This is a late foul right there. Look like the other player kind of got into him after the foul. Center referee gets there, and he's going to have a little chat with him. And that's number 5 for West, Ethan Stockdale, who kind of is still talking with the referee. Now they're going to talk to each other right there. This is the beauty of being a young adult, Karen.
I saw a little handshake. I thought it was over, but I think they had a little bit more to say, but it looks like it's all right.
At the end of the game, it's just a game. And this is so crucial when you have your coaches talking with your players. Hey, you got to cool off, in the heat of the moment. It's so difficult because sometimes you react to situations like that.
See, I didn't play high school soccer, and this was probably a good reason why. I played a lot of other sports. I didn't play soccer. I don't know that my patience, you have to have patience to play soccer.
21 minutes in the first half as Dowlett got some poor pressure. About 4 weeks ago, I traveled to BentonvilleWest to do a report on the team as well for our TV station Azteca TV, and just having that conversation with Coach Marshall about how his program is coming along, because it takes time. And you mentioned earlier Coach Marshall, very engaged, and he's known for building programs.
Yes, that was when I got the word that they had hired him. I said that will be a successful program, and it does. It starts from the leadership at the top with their athletic director, who I'm very fond of, and it goes down into the coaching staff. And John Marshall is a great leader on and off the field for the kids.
Goal kick for Fayetteville. Ball comes in the middle as number 24, Braden Doggett. And you can hear the rest of the coaching staff from Bentonville from the bleachers saying, "Go, go, go, go." I always enjoy when I'm, volunteer coaching U8s and U9s, because you have parents screaming, take a shot, and the kids barely can kick the ball.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because when my kids started playing, that's the reason I started playing, because they got tired of me yelling the wrong things at them. So that's when I picked up the game of soccer, just to learn it and to know what to say and when to say it. But no one told me just to keep quiet. I think that would have been the best idea for somebody to tell me years ago. But it's a wonderful It's a wonderful sport to watch, and when your kids are out there, hands off to the parents. It's hard to sit on the sidelines and not say anything. You always want to support them and cheer them on.
23 minutes playing the first half is 1-1. Fun to watch so far with Fayetteville trying to setting up the tempo. Beautiful view here from the press box as number 24 Braden take on the throwing. Nice technique with the chest by Fayetteville. Looks like there is a late foul there on 32 Skylar Marley as Thomas Robach travel with the ball. Fayetteville loses possession. And Duncan in the middle of the field connecting with number 2, Schultz. The ball back in the defensive third for West. And now Fayetteville in the counter attack. Looks like 15, Slade Pearson. Guess and save that. Kind of a mistake that happened right there in the defensive third. Ball in play. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds. And it's going to be a West ball right there on the right side.
Still impressed with the number 11 on West, Colin Higgins. He's very comfortable on the ball, very good on the ball, and I think he's gonna keep giving us a lot of pressure in defense.
It's a player to watch, definitely, and it's always fun when you can match up, a player who is very fast and very skilled, and if you can get your defense. And so far, Ortiz is doing a great job when it comes on his side because, he moves from right to left. And, when you, as defender, when you have a player like that, you got to be watching. Sometimes you got to be careful on playing zone. Now with a shot on goal right there by number 3, I believe. Trying to surprise goalkeeper Hazen Ennis, but the ball went about the crossbar. That was Blake McDowlett. Looks like center referee is talking with Colin. I never argue with the referees when I play. Even when I got fouled, I never did. I got even, though.
Well, and I did hear one time they said, how many times have you argued with one and they changed the call? They're not going to change the call.
And I learned the hard way playing in the Orange County Cup in Anaheim, quarterfinals, and this guy came and kind of do one of those tactical fouls on me, and he hurt me, and I looked for him the whole time, and I did a silly foul. I didn't even touch him. I said something that I shouldn't say, and I got a red card. So that was the first time that I got a red card, and I learned the hard way. Ortiz kind of pushing it right there, top 18.
Mm-hmm. Yes, in fact, we have a T-shirt at our house about the collection of red cards. So we've had quite a few in our home, but it is what it is. Sometimes our emotions get the best of us, and it's not usually the initial foul that gets the call or gets the card. It's the payback that seems to always get the card.
About 12 minutes left in the first half. Is 1-1 with Fayetteville opening the scoreboard via Skylar Marley. And I'm sure we're going to get an opportunity to watch those highlights once all the footage is put in place. What a great night for our Fayetteville schools with good quality of soccer. Start with the girls with a big game. And now with our boys staying in the game. You see Coach Brent giving his coaching instructions. The ball comes to number 4, Porter Smith, switching the ball on the other side. Now the defense incorporating himself to the attack on the flanks. Looks like the ball might go out of bounds, and it does. substitution coming in. Looks like it went in. Looks like number 2 is... Yeah, number 6 for Bentonville, Shasted. As Higgins comes and help in the attacking third. About 10 minutes left in the first half.
It's nice to see our superintendent on the sidelines. Maybe we can turn him into a soccer fan. He was here during the girls' game, and it's nice to see and have his support here during the boys' game. Means the world to the parents and players alike.
Dr. John L. Colbert, goalkeeper, doing a great job coming off the box. And we were talking about how your goalie becomes the first defender. Great job by Harrison Ennis on that ball. He knew that Higgins was coming in, and he read it, and he came out strongly right there to get possession of the ball.
He did, and he went down and blocked it with his body just in case, because had he turned on his speed, that could have been a situation he could have tipped it over. So he went all the way down on the ground to protect the ball completely. And very impressed by him and his so far in his judgment of the ball. Movement off the ball. He seems very confident, especially to be a freshman. That's wonderful.
Ball crossing the middle of the field, and Higgins is giving a deep ball, but the defense is going to try to protect it. And, good call on avoiding the corner kick and sending the ball to a throw-in. Always good. I always tell the players, hey, don't give me a corner kick. Try to clear the ball as much as you can and get a throw-in instead.
Always tried to avoid the corner kick. And if you also notice, we were talking in the last broadcast about the punts, and it looks like our goalkeeper here is when it's right, he's working out of the back, and we're holding on to possession a little bit longer with the ball that way.
Sending a shout out also to our athletic director, who I don't know, probably he's here, but
I've seen one of them here tonight. I don't think Jameski's here.
Ball in the box. Looked like, for a second, I thought it was the West putting that head, but that was number 4 for Fayetteville, Porter Smith, who tried to clear the ball, but the ball kind of ended up giving a shot on goal. Corner kick again for West in the box. And now Ortiz is going to clear it. The ball coming back to number 24, Dohit, opening the play on the right wing with the left foot, trying to serve it to the far post. Goalkeeper comes and punch it away. And now still ball in the box, but the defense is going to clear it. Coming to number 24 for West, Braden Hovitt, as Jack Oakhill pulled pressure. Looks like the referee disagree with the signal on the linesman. That's one of the challenges as a referee. Sometimes when you overrule a call by the linesman, sometimes you end up kind of not getting the support on the next play. And now Fayetteville on the attack. Opening. Number 3 is going to chase it. Parker Price. That was a nice play, but too much power on the deep pass right there. Number 11, Jason Ortiz, getting ready to come back in. Also number 32, Skyler Marley. Fayetteville doing a great job in the middle of the field. Now bringing the ball back to the defensive third. And now opening, trying to connect with Jack Oakhill. Another throw in, see if there's going to be a substitution allowed. Looks like it's coming number 11 for Fayetteville. Jason Ortiz coming in. Also number 32, Skyler. And number 39, Jose Carrero. Taking a break is number 8 and number 3. Parker and Farid, I believe. Apologize in advance if I mispronounce some names, but I'm going to have to ask you to get used to it because I think I'm going to mispronounce some names. I will get the right ones. I will get Cristian Ortiz, Jose Carrero. I don't think I'm going to have any issues with those two. Top 18, putting pressure. 5 minutes left on the clock. And West pushing the ball. And now the ball bounces off the chest of number 4, I believe. Nice job by number 4 on the defense for Fayetteville. Porter Smith. Looks like there is a late foul. And it looks like Porter. Looks like, I'm not sure if it was number 22 or number 4 who the referee went and talked to. If it was number 22, that was a Storm Skyrmy. And if it was number 4, probably was Porter Smith. After the play, looks like might be a little chat between players.
Yeah, it did. As a free kick goes from BentonvilleWest. A little short and cleared. It looks like it's going to be cleared out by Fayetteville.
And now counter-attack and late foul. See the referee calls. I don't think he did on that one. I think he got a little piece, number 32, Marley. And that's the challenge. It's as for us here in the press back, we can see the things that the referee doesn't call it, doesn't see it, or on his opinion, it's not a foul. But I'm telling you, being a referee, it's not an easy job. West crossing the ball in the back. You got to watch that far post. Good ball by number 10, Austin Duncan. About 4 minutes left in the half. Fast it is. And I think we have another home game on... Not Thursday, okay. Away, okay. So I kind of... when Coach mentioned about a home game on Thursday, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. 2 back-to-back, kind of. Marley and Sullivan connecting right there in the middle on the last play as Austin Duncan is going to get the ball. He's going to play it back to the defense. That will be on number 15 on the last play, Dominic Hedge, trying to connect on the side with McDowlett. McDowlett saw number 11, Colin Higgins, running into it. And now protecting the ball is number 11, Jason Ortiz. And now the ball is going to go out of bounds as number 25, Sullivan Guidi. About 3 minutes left in the game. Porter Smith trying to connect with Adrian Mendoza. Mendoza is going to get it. Glover wants the ball. And now Ortiz. Mendoza is open. And now he chooses to go with number 25. And again now, for a second I thought he was going to give a corner kick because it looked like the defense was protecting the ball. And then he went down. And you got to be careful now with all these new rules because, seeing it, referees calling hands when you fall, and then next thing you know, you're in trouble with a PK. Two minutes and 10 seconds, so about 12 seconds left in the first half. It's 1-1. Higgins getting the ball back to McDowlett. And Glover gets it. And now Fayetteville crossing the half. He's going to have to push the ball back. And now Fayetteville is going to put pressure. Nice job by the defense and avoiding for the ball to get out of the defensive third for West. Nice crowd too, Karen.
It is a nice crowd tonight. Again, it turned out to be a beautiful night. No rain around. We'll get that out early today, and nice temperature. I know it's a little warmer in here for us than it is out in the stadium there, but It looks like we have a great crowd, and they're very into the game that in a positive way, and that's always nice to see. There's their support.
A little bit over a minute left in the half as West opens with number 24, Braden, serving the ball back into the middle to number 6, Colby. Now overlapping on the right side. Let's see if the midfielder can give the ball back to Colby, and he does. Now pushing it back all the way to the defense to Pearson. They know then the half is about to come to the end. They're managing, but now the speed for Fayetteville. And now it's a 2v1. Now recover. Fayetteville has it. Mendoza is going to try to get. He's going to cut inside. Kind of a slow down right there. I don't think he was aware of the second defender coming. But Fayetteville has it. Fayetteville is going to try to serve the ball into the box. Fayetteville is going to get it with less than 10 seconds. And that might be the last play of the half as we getting close to the 40-minute mark with the last throw in, and the goal is going to come and maintain possession. And with that, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, the second half between Fayetteville and Bentonville West. You score 1-1. Fayetteville high school team. For the next 40 minutes, I'll be your host with the play-by-play Carlos Chicas and Karen Woolworth being the sidekick. I wonder what was the conversation I have from Coach Brent Crenshaw on how to come into the second half. What do you think the conversation could be, Karen?
Well, it looks like he made a couple of changes in defense, from what I can tell. But I would say, keep up the aggression, be aggressive, and keep up the speed. And we're going to control them a little bit better on the back line here in defense. But I think they had a good half, a great way to start the half with a goal. And with the tied-up game, it's anybody's game at this point. So I think you're right. The fitness is going to come into play in this game because it is definitely a physical game.
Looks like he started with a 4-3-3 formation, at least in the first few minutes of the game. We were talking about how to maintain away from the backs to number 11, Colin Higgins, because his speed having decreased a little bit in the first 40 minutes of the game.
He's what they call a game changer, so we have to keep an eye on him and stay kind of tight on him in defense. Like I said, I think they made a couple of changes here in the back line. Hopefully we'll see that pay off for us.
Ball coming into the attacking third. As Fayetteville trying to get some legs there, Parker Price couldn't get to it, and now the defense of Fayetteville is going to have to clear it. Looks like the ball went out of bounds on that side. That was number 36 for Fayetteville. If you just join us, you're watching FHSBulldogs.com. And now West with a shot, and the goalkeeper with not a problem gets possession of the ball.
I definitely am liking what I'm seeing out of our freshman goalkeeper, who obviously got the nod tonight for the start, and I believe he has for the past few games. He's very, very comfortable on the ball, and he's doing a good job to control his defense and keeping him where he wants them.
Ball in the box as Fayetteville is trying to create some opportunities, but the defense from West gets the ball and now try to counterattack on the left flank. Looks like the ball went out of bounds as number 10 for West, Aston Duncan, didn't get to it. And now Fayetteville trying to break on the defense. Well done. Can we cross the ball near post? And right now we have it now with a shot. And great save by Leighton Hall on the goalie. I think he got lucky right there because the ball went through his legs. Good shot and good save.
That's one of those small-sided reaction saves, and you know, a good coach practices that all the time with their goalkeepers. You have to be able to make those reaction saves.
And now on the counter, Leighton is gonna come out. You gotta watch out sometimes, because sometimes when you are playing goalie and you're coming off the box, you gotta be careful where you cut that ball, because sometimes you can catch the ball outside the box, and next thing you know, since you're the last player touching that ball, you know, with the way the referees sometimes call these games, you can get in trouble. 5 minutes gone by already, and it's 1-1. Corner kick for West. Number 3, Blake McDowlett. And looks like there is a handball. Number 4 doesn't agree with the call of the referee. And I kind of agree with that, because, you know, he's coming and put pressure on the ball, and unlucky the ball bounces off his hand, and the referee called it right away. Not an intentional hand, but referee was right there, and he's like, that's a handball, and that's a free kick for West. And looks like number 3 is going to be in charge of it. Blake McDowlett as Ethan Stockdale. Set play, free kick, bounces off the wall, and now with another shot, and this time the ball goes away from the goal that Harrison Ennis is defending. Building from the back, Ortiz. Ball comes back to Fayetteville in the middle third. Controlling. And now they're going to try to find this a little push. Nice head. And now Fayetteville is going to put pressure with number 32, Marley. Fighting for a ball. Looks like it can be a foul there when they're blocking number 25, Sullivan White, I believe. Surprised the referee didn't call it. He was right there.
Maybe he was looking the other way. Maybe he didn't exactly see it. That's what I want to think, right?
6 minutes in the second half. And now Fayetteville is going to be in trouble. And well done by the defense right there. Got to be careful when serving those wall backs. And now great save by the goalie. But I want to go back to heading the ball back to the goalie. I think it was Softy. And you got to know where you are on the field. But great job by the goalkeeper, Harrison Ennis, on making that crucial save. Then we might be able to talk at the end of the game if the game starts on a tie. Corner kick, West high kick. Can they call referee? Or the referee call? Yeah, he does. And now trying to rush on the play. Trying to get to Marley, I believe. But the ball comes back to the middle third, and it's Fayetteville again. Watch the offside position. And he's going to call it. It was just maybe a step ahead on that play.
Yeah, I was hoping West was going to touch it right before then, and he could have gotten it. But yeah, you're absolutely right. He was just a quick step over that in front of that ball. There looks like they're retaking the free kick. It didn't stop rolling completely the first time, apparently.
And now Fayetteville gets the possession of the ball after that kick that the defense from West couldn't get to where they wanted it. And now the goalie is going to try to deliver that long ball, but the ball went out of bounds, and now it's Fayetteville on the goal. Little deep. Don't give up on me, Fayetteville. Chase the ball, please.
Absolutely. You never know when you're going to get a deflection or anything. You know, the goalie bobbles the ball. You've got to be right there to put it in.
Leighton Hall now managing. Looks like Coach Marshall says to the team, hey, let's control, let's manage. Let them have the pressure of winning at home. You got to be careful right there on that one. That's why you got to pressure the goalie. And Marley couldn't get to that ball right there. And now if you're on the field, I'll be every time that the goalie tried to keep that ball. You know, he has done 2 in a row. That might be a good advantage for FHS.
Absolutely. I definitely think they need to keep that pressure on him, actually a little bit more than what they are. That was a little bit better right there, making him come out and coming off of that ball or coming onto the ball.
Ball in play on the left side. Fayetteville doing a great job on pressuring the ball and from the beginning. And now in the middle, traveling. Colby has it. Colby's going to try to open on the right side, trying to connect with Chamblin. Now the ball comes back to Evan Holly. And now Fayetteville couldn't control the ball, and Higgins has it. Fayetteville does a great job. Looks like it might be a Fayetteville ball. No, the assistant referee went the other way. Ball coming back to West. It's going to be a throw-in for Fayetteville. And now West in the middle, connecting with Colby. Playing him all the way to the half of the field. Putting pressure. Attacking on the wing, but the ball is going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be a Fayetteville ball. First 10 minutes of the second half have gone by.
This is a fast game. Actually, it is a fast game, but it's slowed. It seems to have slowed down a little bit. It seems like I think you're right. I think the coaches are telling them to possess and control the game a little bit better than back up and down the field in the first half.
Throwing for Fayetteville. I think we're rushing on the throw-ins. Got to be careful when we clear the ball. It can get us in trouble. And I think great job by number 4 for Fayetteville, Porter Smith, after rushing on the last play. Fayetteville coming back, looks like there is a late foul. Referee says no. And now on the go, trying to serve a ball deep to Marley. Let's see if Marley's going to put pressure. Might be a goal kick for West. Looks like there are some substitutions coming in. Number 11 for Fayetteville, Jason Ortiz, along with number 6, Jack Oakhill, and number 34, Shea Glover. Number 39 and 22 and 3 for Fayetteville taking a break.
34 is a freshman too. He plays on common so forward. Shea Glover.
You know, playing club, it pays off if you are hoping to play in high school because it gives you that experience of the tactics and the competitive. Great job by Samir and the Comets organization on providing opportunities for over 20 plus years, I believe now, as Higgins was trying to get in. And now looks like number 4 for Fayetteville is in pain. And now the ball, it's in the box. Look, there is a foul right there. Can the referee call it? He says no. And I'm telling you, referee it's not an easy job. There is another late foul. But Fayetteville is going to keep pushing it. Now with a cross to the near post, the ball still in play. Fayetteville has it. Fayetteville is going to try to break in and keep the ball alive, forcing West to make those mistakes. And now with a cross in the box right there, the ball's an opportunity. And the defense gets the ball away. That was number 4 for BentonvilleWest, Kyle Chamblin. As Fayetteville didn't give up on the last play after the referee didn't call that late foul.
Yeah, that was an interesting no call there. It could have been a game changer too for us because appeared to be right outside the box. That would have given us a nice set play.
Corner kick for Fayetteville to the far post. Now right there, Fayetteville has it and forcing it again with, I've always been amazed by how aggressive and the fast play of high school. Because they want to go and they want to go all the time. That was a long throw in by Fayetteville High.
And I do think it's a different strategy in the games, the pressure to win, especially your conference games, and win by, a shutout can help you when it gets to the tournament time. That can make it or break it for you, whether you have a bye or not.
That was a strong foul by number 7, Ivan Holly, on Jason Ortiz right there. And as much as you want to avoid injury, sometimes it's hard. Free kick. Fayetteville has it. Can we take a shot? And we do. Looks like we might get a corner kick. No. For a second, I thought the player touched it.
Looks like there was a deflection there, but maybe not. But when you're talking about, like club versus high school ball, these games, each one of these conference games count for them. Each goal counts against, that scored on you, counts against you. And all of that for the goals for and goals against can cost you a place in the tournament. So you want to, keep a clean sheet as often as possible. Of course, you obviously want to win all the games. And sometimes it changes your tactical approach to the games. And you might not be playing it out of the back and as much controlled ball. Maybe you're going for the long balls to try to get a breakaway goal.
And Fayetteville is going to put pressure, forcing the defense to play the ball back. And I'm telling you, if you can bank on forcing that keeper to keep pushing the ball, he's having a hard time tonight on delivering those passes when he clears the ball. Fayetteville on the go. They're going to keep it alive. Looks like the ball went out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick for BentonvilleWest with 15 minutes and 50 seconds play in the second half. We still have 24 minutes to play in the game. It's 1-1. Nice head by number 6, I believe, Jack Oathill. Reading the play at the right time. I wonder how much that visitor box is used.
During the football games.
Okay.
During the football games it is.
All right. When I see those trees behind the box, remind me the days, or still like in some places in Central America, where if you don't have the resources to watch a match, you climb up on the trees and watch the game from there. Counter attack for West. Number 3 has it. Blake serving the ball deep to Higgins. Higgins is going to chip it. And the ball just went out of bounds. And it's going to be a goal kick for Fayetteville. Player to watch.
Absolutely. He's a player to watch. And I tell you what, our goalkeeper came out at the right time. And that's unfortunately on the stat sheet, you don't get a save for that. But he did break up the play and obviously caused him to make the mistake to avoid the goal.
Ian Morrison, number 35, coming in for Fayetteville.
Jonah Glover, he got hit in the head, so he's coming out.
Number 5, Jonah Glover. Looks like
2 Glovers on the team.
Looks like he got hit on the head, and coach just want to make sure that he gets checked out. Safety first, West connecting again with Higgins. He saw him. Now the referee asked to stop the watch. He's going to give a card. Now, when you analyze that foul compared to the one over there, that could be a card. I think this one deserves a conversation to say, you know what, hey, easy on it. And how you balance those cards because it's sometimes you show it. Have another coach here giving instructions from here to. I guess he knows the set play. Short shot, he says. All right. 21 minutes left in the. Makes sense. Near post. Ball coming, now Fayetteville has it. They're going to have to clear it. Getting organized in the back third, recover the ball, and now it's a 4v3 for Fayetteville. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and Bentonville has it. But the defense doing a great job and keeping the ball away. Chamberlain. And here's where you got to be careful on those fouls because, when you got a card, then you got to be cautious about that because the next one you're going to be out.
And in the high school game, they have to come out. If you get a card, you come out until you can be subbed back in. I don't think there's a time limit, but you do have to come out of play.
Never liked that rule because, especially when it's a key player that you want to keep or is a player that always wants to stay there.
And we've had it in the girls' side where it was the goalkeeper. So then you have to, you have to put gloves on another person, of course, another goalkeeper, hopefully. And they get the first action they get as a PK.
Corner kick by West, and now with a header, but ball went down and above the crossbar. Looks like Jonah Glover is coming in for his brother. Always like that. When you get an opportunity to play with a relative, or in this case with your brother. Got to be careful with those punts, especially when the ball inaps on number 11. Clearing the ball, Glover. Ball coming on the left side. Bentonville has it. Bentonville is going to take a shot on goal, and this time the ball goes away from the goal. I don't think he had an angle on that shot.
Definitely not. I don't think he did.
19 minutes to play in the game. Now refresh my memory on the if it has been a tie, do they still have to play overtime?
Last year the high school rule was it goes straight to PKs. The only time they went to overtime was in the tournament. I don't know if that changed this year. I'm just basing that on last year. I believe that's right. Unless they made an amendment to that this year. I know a couple of years ago they did bring that up to give them a little bit of overtime, but I guess the rationale behind it is it's it's a school night, and if the girls go long, then the boys go long, and these kids do need some rest before they hit the books the next morning.
Sometimes when you have too many teams, because sometimes the JV teams also play the same night, and can be a long night not only for you as parent, but also for the referees. They end up, refereeing 4 games, and the next day it's just painful. As like Jake Rhodes is going to be tomorrow, he said that he's been shaking. He's doing a great job on the camera.
Great job. He really is. Great kid. He's nice to come do this for us.
There's a hold, and that has to be a card. Let's see, and then he signaled to stop the clock, and looks like, but it's a good tactical foul though. This is a good tactical foul because you have to delay. I'm okay with that kind of foul because you have to do, and especially that deep in the right side where. Might be dangerous, but not so dangerous if you wait to get into the box.
Absolutely. I think we call that a smart foul. Absolutely. And now that we have this free kick, we have a pretty good angle at the goal. And let's see if we can capitalize this to put one up on the board.
18 minutes to play in the second half is 1-1. Fayetteville with a free kick 6 players in the box. One top 18. Set play for Fayetteville. Near post with a head. Looks like there is a foul. Ooh, corner kick. For a second, I thought the assistant referee was signal for a PK. I was waiting for him to make that run, but he signaled for a corner kick.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that was two. It looked like two came over the back of. I don't know what player it was on our end, but that definitely was a questionable situation there.
Corner kick with Fayetteville. And now this trying to get inside of the penalty mark. Another push. Referee says not a problem. Defense is going to have to clear it, and with the head, Fayetteville try to get back in the box. And now that can be a card.
Yes, that is the card.
And that's why I was saying when you make those silly mistakes or that push over here, because that can be a card. Because it's delaying the game, and it works for the advantage of Bentonville. Substitutions coming in for Fayetteville, number 3 and 39. Parker Price and Jose Carrero. Taking a break is number 22, Stormy Scarmy. Another head. I kind of miscommunicating there in the box, but the ball comes back to Fayetteville. Want to try to put the ball back. Looks like handball right there. And now it's still in the play. Now they're going to have to force it. But good job on the defense and avoiding that corner kick again.
Absolutely. That was a great turn on him to get that ball out on the sideline versus out in the back.
16 minutes, long throw in. Goalkeeper calls. He doesn't know where he is, still in play. And now here it comes, another miss by the defense. And Coach Marshall is going to have to look at the footage and say, guys, do I need to bring a beach volleyball, so we can hit it? And now look how far the goal is coming out. Nice job by number 39, Jose Carrero, pressuring the ball. 15 minutes. And now it's time to slow down. And Coach Marshall saying we don't have to go 150 miles per hour. Let's slow down. Ball went out of bounds. Bentonville having difficulties controlling that ball in the final third. Whether the ball comes in the air or trying to clear it. And now counter attack. Blake on the goal. Number 10 wants it, Duncan. But the defense gets, ooh. And good job building from the back. Opening on the right side. Fayetteville has it. And now cutting inside between 3. It's difficult to pass between 3 opponents. But Fayetteville does a great job now. And the ball comes back on the sides.
I'm impressed to see Bradley Brennan in the back there. We in our family call him BB, number 21. He's a senior this year, and I've had the luxury of watching him over the past few years. He played with my nephew for a long time, and it's so nice to see him play with such control and intelligence and working that ball out, rather than just clearing it out and making a 50-50 ball. He's working the ball out of the defense, even in high-pressure situations. So it's really nice to see him have developed this way.
14 minutes in the game as the ball travels in the air on the left side that is attacking Fayetteville. Substitution coming in, number 8 for Fayetteville. Farah. Taking a break is number 25, Sullivan Whitty. I don't think Whitty was ready to come out.
No, he's a fighter. Goes by Sully.
Sally. Fayetteville on the go. And now on the right side. Trying to connect. It's BentonvilleWest in the mid-third. Serving the ball to number 16, Austin Pettigrew. throwing Evan Holly. And now the defense didn't catch that run made by number 7, Pettigrew. Opening the field. Far post. The ball is going to slip away, but he's going to maintain possession. He's going to keep pushing it. He's going to try to take a shot. Favy is going to have to clear it. Slide tackle. And now again, and this is going back to that hard foul. So there is a foul in the back. So now what do we do? Because I'm okay when referees are having that conversation with the player just to let her know, hey, slow down. I'm not okay when you show a card and then in similar situations you don't do the same.
Well, and in obvious other situations that are an obvious card, and they choose to to let that go. So as like you said, it's a tough job being a referee, and you can't call everything you see, but you do set the precedence of the game by when you do pull a card. You kind of let the players know what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with.
Great job on running the clock, by the way. Just realize now that you're doing that. Multitasking. Ball in play. Looks like he's pulling something.
He's hurt. He's holding his ankle a minute ago.
Wonder if he twisted it. Now Favilon trying to maintain the ball. Almost that could be a PK. Now there is another. I don't think the referee has seen that they have a player down. Now he does.
And also going back to the no call down here, this is where it starts, and it starts getting a little scrappy on the field, and that's where injuries start happening, and you get pushes and stomps on those toes when the refs look in the opposite direction. So you want to keep the ball under control, keep the game, under control, so that we can avoid the injuries and avoid the when it gets intense like this, the otherwise known as cheap shots. You want to keep that out of a game. And 32 comes out of the game and 25 subbed in for injury.
And Guidi is back in the game as Bentonville is going to take a free kick. Got 4 on the wall. Looks like might be a corner kick on that one. Nope. I don't know. I'm going to have to go check my vision. Looks like it went like...
Well, the lights give it a little different perspective from the place we're sitting. It's a little harder to read, and especially to keep up with some of the numbers out there. Good thing these two teams both have numbers that are a little easier to read, but some of the programs have really small numbers, and they are very difficult to read. Another is it's nice to see Coach Crenshaw and Coach Scott Rayner. You know, Scott Rayner was with the girls program for years. He was the JV coach for girls, and Coach Toma tasked him with both JV teams last year. But predominantly he had to kind of switch over to the boys a lot more last year, and I don't know that he was excited about it at first, but I think it looks like he's really grown into the role, and it's nice to see him on the sidelines with the boys this year.
And all the insight that he can provide to coach as well, from the culture, the history of the players, and when, as a coach, when you're new and you have an opportunity to have someone who knows the programs, knows the system, and knows, most important, the players, because it's those young players who are going to be stepping up, filling the spot that the seniors left last year, or the players who choose not to come back due to injuries or to other sports playing and why not. So always good to have, and being willing to help at that capacity.
And Scott Rayner's such a great example, just a very great all-around man, and great example for these kids to look up to.
Ball deep into the space, trying to connect with number 17, I believe, with number 16 for West, Austin Pettigrew on the last play. Looks like there is an offside. And it's going to be a ball for Fayetteville on that, getting an indirect kick with 9 minutes left in the game.
And even though Coach Crenshaw did come from Siloam Springs, anytime you go to a new school, you have to learn their new system or their system and their way of doing things. And as a former coach, I can tell you those are probably the hardest lessons you can learn, especially in high school coaching, is the way around the program. Looks like we're going to get a foul there on Cade. Free kick for BentonvilleWest, but with his experience with Siloam Springs is also an asset for him. To he has a great understanding of the way a public school runs and operates their athletic programs. We're blessed at Fayetteville High School to have such strong programs led by Coach Jansky, and such great support by the Fayetteville public school systems to have the facilities and all that we do have here at the high school.
And now Bentonville on the go. It's a 3v1. Got to watch the run on the right side as the ball is traveling. And now the ball top 18. Player number 10 is going to get it. He's going to try to cut inside and take that shot. But goalkeeper makes a great save after the ball was deflected from the defense. Number 10, Austin Duncan from West, made that cut inside to take the angle with the left foot. 7 minutes left in the game. Ball comes to number 3, Price. Price has it. I'll try to bring the ball into the middle. The intention was good, but the power wasn't there on the last play. Ball going in on the left side. Looks like might go out of bounds. Going anywhere for a spring break?
Soccer. We're headed to Oklahoma City for 2 days, and then Austin and Dallas. So we have practice in Oklahoma City a couple days, and then down to Austin to play, I believe, the number 3 team in the country, followed by the number 5 team. So it's going to be a tough weekend for us. But so it's going to be full of soccer. But, is there any other way to spend spring break?
Substitution coming in for Fayetteville, number 11, number 15, Jason Ortiz, and Thomas Robach. Coming in, taking a break, is number 7 for Fayetteville, Caleb Sarkin. And I believe number 8, Farah. As the ball is playing to the space on the left side, Higgins came back. Look, there is a little push and hold that the referee doesn't call it. And now they gain possession after that. Pressure on the defense. Got lucky right there. He's going to try to cross the ball. The ball comes top of the box. And the ball comes for a throw-in. Austin Duncan. And now on the go, it's a 2v3 with number 11 Ortiz. Looks like he didn't have any support on the attack. He had one, but I think wasn't enough. And then Bentonville did a great job on adding more players to pressure the ball. And now with a cross, the ball comes back to number 10, who's going to try to place it right there in between the legs. And Fayetteville, late foul. Looks like they both talk and, just, again, those calls. And that was Parker Price on the foul. Looks like now that he's going to get a coach. He's going to get ejected. That's stupid. That is, I'm sorry, but and he say, remember about the whole box. You cannot eject a coach because and and that's just challenging and disappointed about making those because first and I'm not defending coach, but there is a foul there. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't pull the card. Of course, as a coach, I'm gonna get mad and I'm gonna question and I'm gonna ask. But as a referee, these referees have to see high quality of reference. They need to go to the premiere and see how verbal and vocal players get with the referees. But that's not the right way to handle a coach when it's a good game. It's a great game, and I think the man of the match right now is the center referee.
Absolutely, and you never want a referee to decide a game. Absolutely not. And I never even saw a warning to the coach. I'm kind of thinking back on the game, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I missed it, but I never even saw a warning or a defined box line. I never saw him show him anything, so I'm not sure how he was supposed to know exactly where he was. And I'm sure he was upset about that call, that no call. Understandably so, and as a coach, they need to stand up for their players, and he was doing the right thing by standing up for his players. Now, I don't know what was said, so I'm not defending that part, but standing up for your players is absolutely the right thing to do every time.
I'm so blessed because of my job outside the school allows me to see the game at the highest level, and anytime that I have an opportunity to talk with referees with FIFA referees and with coaches, how you manage, a game. This is high school, and even in the heat of the moment, you might come and say, things that you don't supposed to say. But just like you say, we didn't see a warning. I think this is the first time the coach might express the disagreement. But I also can see because it came down from that particular play. There is a foul. You didn't show a card. So, and here, this is the thing. But 3 minutes left, and I enjoy my dinner. So I'm glad I have dinner right before the beginning of the second half.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Corner kick for BentonvilleWest. Looks like the player is going to keep it inbound and try to play top 18. And now Fayetteville is going to counter attack. Maintaining possession. Doing a great job. Now waiting for some support right in the middle. They're going to open the ball. And I don't think that he's going to get to it with 2 minutes left. Challenging. Be curious on what they say. Look at the speed and how he tried to beat. I don't think he realized that he had two players in the back. And now Bentonville playing the ball quick. Trying to cross the ball in the backs. Referee always there just in case. But great job by the goalie punching in Harrison Ennis. And now there is a ball playing to the space, but playing with one on top right now, just trying to maintain in a slow BentonvilleWest. Midfield. Contain it. And it's okay. They can keep that ball in the defensive third. Fayetteville getting players behind the ball. Now they're going to have to clear it, and they do. Now it's an even match, 2v2. And now Fayetteville fighting in the final third. Good job by number 3, Parker Price, with a little bit over a minute in the game. Pressuring the ball. Fayetteville does it. Forcing the play in the middle, and now Fayetteville is going to gain position. Slight tackle that it was shown early. And now just managed. And the ball's going to go deep to goalkeeper Hall. Another high pound. And now it's a one-on-one with 35 seconds left in the game. Strong. And you got to be careful with that ball played deep into a space, see if the goal is going to come out. Braylon Brennan. Now serving the ball deep. It's going to be a throw in, but the ball came up, way up there. And you got to catch that as a referee. And he's saying that they played to the whistle. He's not signal to stop. He's saying that you cannot do that either because it's the clock. And now he's saying that we're going to go a few more minutes on his clock.
I can't have any
No. But what I'm saying is,
yes.
you know,
We stopped it every time. Yeah.
right. And now he blows the whistle and we are done. Looks like, and if someone can tell us, are we going to go PKs? Do we know?
Should be PKs. Yes. One thing that Coach Crenshaw did before he walked off the field was handed his book to Coach Rayner. So I saw Coach Rayner reading some notes in there, and my guess is if we are going to PKs, his PK lineup is in there. But again, that rule could have changed this year, and we're just unaware of it. So we will find out here in just a few minutes. They're flipping in the middle of the field here. We knew it was going to be a good matchup tonight. To end in a 1-1 situation in regulation time was a hard-fought game on both sides. I think that both teams they've done a fantastic job. Right now, if you can see the feed, you see Coach Rayner talking to the goalkeeper, giving him a little. I'm sure a little kudos and a little boost of confidence. And what do you say at that time? What is I have a goalkeeper standing here beside me. Maybe she can give us a little insight of what the coach says right before they go to PKs.
Normally my coach just says, calm down, take a deep breath, and do what you do best.
That's always good advice. I know one other thing that Coach Toma always says is, try to get your hands on one of them. We always want to, see the goalkeeper block one of the PKs. So if so, they've done their job. But from my understanding, it's an 80-20 rule against the goalkeeper when it comes to PKs. So only 20% of the time are you expected to get the goal. What kind of pressure is a goalkeeper under at that point?
Oh, it's crazy pressure. But you always have to remember that the field players are the ones who have to make it. You have the easy job, in my opinion.
Oh, so you think it's an easy job to block? Okay. Well, and as a freshman again, we're hoping that's the situation here. We're going to PKs. As a freshman goalkeeper, that's a lot of pressure to put under your home opening game, and here in PKs, we're gonna wait just a minute here and see if we can verify any of this information. If this is the case that we are doing PKs here. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, so for our conference opener, we end regulation in a 1-1 tie, and we are going to PKs. So they will send out five people to kick, 5 people to take the PKs on both sides. Most of the time it doesn't go past that, but if it does, it'll be head to head after that. So let's see how we line up. Are they going in with the same goalkeeper? I can't tell. Is that the yeah? That's their same goalkeeper as from the game. I know we have our same goalkeeper in. That would be Harrison Ennis, and their goalkeeper is Leighton Hull. So a freshman versus a sophomore goalkeeper.
Fayetteville with the first goal. With the first attempt, number 5, Jonan Glover. Glover on 3, 2, 1. Shot on goal, and there is the one. Goal, 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 goal. And that's an opportunity to go up on the score. And now here he comes, number 3 for West, Blake. Blake with the opportunity, 3, 2, 1. He rushes us and pull the ball. And we still tie at 2. And now number 15 for Fayetteville, Thomas Rorbach. Leighton, it's on goal, and if you see how he's giving that much space on his right side, he wants that shot to be there. I hope that we don't fall for that one. And here he comes again, and it's a 3-2. And now with an opportunity number 2 for BentonvilleWest, Tom Schultz. Can be a great night for Harrison Ennis if he is to stop a couple tonight. Here he comes, and he serves the ball right on top, and it's a 3-3. Number 4 for Fayetteville, Porter Smith. As the center referee, it's right there. All the phones are on, recording the penalty kicks. Number 4, Porter Smith for Fayetteville. He does it in great shot, and it's 4-3. And now the opportunity for BentonvilleWest to tie the game. I believe that's Austin Duncan. Can Harrison Ennis be the hero tonight? Number 10, Duncan. He's put it right in the middle, and it's tie at 4. Sullivan Guidi now with a turn for Fayetteville. An opportunity for Fayetteville as goalkeeper Leighton Hall. Guidi places it. That's a great job, and it's 5-4. Harrison Ennis, freshman, defending the crossbar and the 2 posts for Fayetteville. Number 16, trying to connect it. Almost. And it's 5-5. We're tied at 5. Number 3, I believe, for Fayetteville. It's number 7, probably. Number 3. Parker Price. Midfielder, junior, 5'7". And now they put it right there. And this is the defined moment. And Ken Harrison Ennis. West with the last shot. And Harrison Ennis can be the hero. Harrison Ennis on 3, 2, 1. And we're tied at 6. Sudden death now. Number 8 for Fayetteville. Farah. Senior midfielder. Something about kissing a ball that I never like. Farah. And Hall blocks the ball. And now's an opportunity for BentonvilleWest. And in moments like this is when you rise high. Harrison Ennis, the freshman. Can he keep Fayetteville in the game? This can be the last shot. And that will do it for us tonight as BentonvilleWest takes the W on penalty kicks. So long, everybody.